just noticed how bright that light is. Let me fix that. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, that's better. That's better. Okay, awesome. So, today I just kind of want to talk about something that I've been focusing on, some lessons and things that have been coming up for me. And I also want to talk about the Sedona trip. The Sedona trip was amazing. Arizona is beautiful. I didn't want to leave. My husband had to basically drag me out of there. I cried on the way home. It was a big ordeal, but it was so much fun and I felt so connected and I saw so many beautiful things and places. It was really just incredible. The entire town is beautiful. The people are beautiful. My husband and I went on an ATV tour. We rode ATVs out in the back on the back roads, which was really cool. We saw some elk, and then we went on a few different hikes. I hiked Airport Mesa and Cathedral of the Holy Cross, as well as Cathedral Rock. All of these places in Sedona are considered vortexes. And if you've never heard of that before, vortex is like it's where there's more energy. And so all of Sedona is thought to be a vortex, but then there's certain areas within Sedona that are like hot spots of extra energy. And there's tons of places all throughout Sedona that you can go and you can experience this and you can feel it. And it feels different to every person. Some people feel it in their body. Some people feel it more on an emotional level or a spiritual level. The energy affects everyone differently. And it's just really beautiful and it's really cool to experience. So me and my husband went on a hike at Airport Mesa, which is one of the vortexes, and it was just so beautiful. It was such a beautiful, easy hike. We did a sunrise hike there, and then immediately after that, we went to Cathedral Rock. And if you've ever hiked Cathedral Rock, it's not the easiest hike, especially for someone like me who doesn't hike very much. It's more of like a moderate level, and it's because you're going up so high in elevation, and part of it you have to climb, and it's just really steep, and a lot of it is rock, so you can't, like the surfaces are kind of slick. Which I had hiking boots, and that helped a ton. I don't think I could have done it without that. But we did that hike immediately after, and that was definitely my favorite part of my trip because when we reached the top, not only was the views and the sights incredible, not only was the energy just so beautiful, but we also, that was an accomplishment for us. It took us a while to get to the top, and it was like this feeling of reward after such hard work. And so it was really, really, really neat. And then after that's when we did the ATV tour. Like we had a pretty packed day, but we still felt so energized and alive. We ate some good food while we were there. There's tons of great restaurants that you won't experience anywhere else. And then just the Western atmosphere, it was really great. So if you've considered going to Sedona, I definitely recommend it. We had 3 full days there, and I wish I would have had more because there were lots of sites that I didn't get to see, lots of hikes that I didn't get to go on. And so that was kind of disappointing, and one of the reasons I didn't want to leave. So if you're like me and there's lots of things that you want to do and see, then I recommend that you may go for more than 3 days. Um, I want to go back already. And when I do, I already have tons of things that I want to do and experience. So hopefully I will get to go back at some point. But yeah, I know a lot of you are asking about my trip and you were wanting to kind of hear about it and hear what happened. And we also did the Grand Canyon. We went to the Grand Canyon on our last day. So that kind of took away from our Sedona time. I think if I would have had one more day with Sedona, I would have been satisfied. But we were so close to the Grand Canyon because it's only 2 hours from Sedona. So since we were so close, we wanted to experience parts of that as well. So we did a South Rim tour, and along the way, we got to stop at some really cool spots as well. We stopped at Sunset Crater Volcano, which is a volcano that erupted about 1,000 years ago, and it turned basically all of the earth into volcanic rock. And there's new growth happening throughout it. There's still trees and plants, and it's just a really cool place to visit. And then after that, along the way, we stopped at the Wupatki ruins. And this was a civilization that lived on this land about 1,000 years ago, and it's the ruins of that tribe at that time, and that's pretty cool too. So yeah, if you have any questions, definitely email me, chasingspirituality@yahoo.com. I'd be happy to go in more depth or talk about anything about the trip if anyone has additional questions. But another thing that I came back with from this trip is, and I've been working on this. This is what I was saying at the beginning. This is something I've been working on, especially since March, and even before that, but very specifically since March, it's felt like it's just time for me to leave the corporate world. I want to do things like this full time. I want to be a spiritual teacher full time and work with you guys one-on-one and focus on the community and just put more content out there. And right now, my time has been so divided, and I've had so much energy that I've put into this, and I'm happy my energy is going to this. But then I have to put just as much energy into my corporate job because I'm a full-time employee. And so it's been really hard to juggle that along with my family, my personal needs, those types of things. And so it's been on my mind for more since way before March for a while now that I can't continue to maintain that for long, that eventually I will reach burnout and something's got to give. And so when I was being really real with myself and with my husband about this, I said, I can't keep putting energy into both, so I have to let go of one, and I don't want to let go of chasing spirituality. It's too important to me. It's where my heart is, and so it just would go wrong to let go of this, to let go of you guys. So, I have some goals that I've set where I will be able to transition out of the corporate world and into this full time very smoothly and very quickly. So your guys' support is greatly appreciated. If you guys can send me just good vibes that this will work in my favor, help me manifest this transition, and help me to manifest this transition to go smoothly, that would be greatly appreciated. Another way that you can help me is by sharing this podcast. Getting this podcast out there for more people to hear and experience is going to help me because it's going to help my audience grow, and I'm going to be able to reach more people. And when that happens, I will naturally be able to pick up the pace and focus more on this while I let go of the other. And so just sharing it, giving it a 5-star rating and review if you haven't. That really helps the podcast grow and reach more people, which is going to increase my audience, which is going to help me a ton. So that's me being, really vulnerable about sharing something that is really personal and important to me, because this is a big, big, big dream of mine. And it's been something that I've been working towards for a while. And I just feel like it's time. I feel like like I said, I'm reaching that burnout level and I can't keep doing both. So I know that I have to do something about it because it's starting to block me. It's starting to make me feel disconnected. It's starting to make me feel angry and bitter and just places that I don't want to be. And so when I go in and I ask myself, why are these feelings coming up? It's because I'm not being authentic with my energy. I'm not putting my energy into the things that I really want to because I'm having to have everything. And so, I'm tired of feeling this way and I'm ready to move forward and move on to the next step. So that's kind of just an update that I wanted to share with you guys that's going on with me in personal time. Right now, this is how I'm feeling and this is what's going on. And, I'm a real person. Sometimes hearing me talk about all of these experiences that I've had and hearing me talk about all the things that I've learned, sometimes you forget that, I'm still learning too. And I think it's important for you guys to hear that, to understand that we're all still learning. We all have things on our journey that we're working towards. So I hope that you enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys on the next one.